Making YouTube go live now. Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Monosynthesis, otherwise known as Mr. Pink, your host. I am joined this evening by all three of my Work in Progress Wednesday friends. In the order they jumped on the stream. Kajan. Good evening, Kajan.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Welcome. Shane, otherwise known as VoicesOnSilent. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. And Will, otherwise known as TacticalDBag. Good evening, Will.
Salutations.
Salutations. Shane, would you like to let us know which part of Rick Priestley's palatial North American cottage we're coming to everyone live from this week?
We are coming from his decorated living room with a fancy Christmas tree.
Oh, nice. Wait, is it a real Christmas tree or is it a plastic Christmas tree?
It is a gray plastic Christmas tree.
A gray plastic Christmas tree. Ah, I hoped you'd go there. Good work. Is it made out of like spare spruce?
Yes.
Not made out of spruce.
Not.
And the ornaments are all models that have not had the mold lines trimmed yet.
Oh wow, it's like an abomination.
Yes.
All right.
I feel
like
suddenly very triggered.
Sorry, Will, was that your trap card?
Apparently.
Kajan, what are you saying?
I also feel like he doesn't like Christmas very much.
Yeah, I think he sounds like a bit of a bah humbug Scrooge.
Yes.
Wait, that Rick Priestley doesn't like Christmas much, or Shane doesn't like Christmas much?
Rick Priestley.
Rick Priestley.
We are in his living room under
right.
his gray Christmas tree.
Does the Christmas tree at least have lights on it, Shane?
Really poorly painted OSL.
Amazing.
This is the best.
Hey, at least it's painted.
Ever.
At least it's painted.
Yeah, but he didn't prime it. It's just like poorly painted OSL over unprimed gray plastic.
Man, I feel like we're just getting a laundry list of like what ruins Shane's Christmas here. Are the only gifts under the tree vouchers for Kickstarters that haven't ever delivered?
Yes.
There we go.
Hey.
Now we're coming to the fruition of it.
Hey, there's also like Tacticus
giveaway
codes.
Expired Tacticus codes.
This photo includes me and I don't like it. All right, that is a very vivid picture.
And a $6 gift card to the Warhammer cafe.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a $6 gift card to the Warhammer like online store because you can't buy anything for $6 on Games Workshop.
That's true. I doubt you could probably get something for the cafe either.
Oh, have you been to the cafe?
I haven't. I want to go. Just to say I've been.
Will, have you been?
No, where's the nearest one? Isn't it like
Dallas?
Texas or something like that?
Dallas or the West Coast?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
There's one in LA apparently.
There's one in LA.
Yeah.
We should definitely do a field trip to the one in LA.
Oh my god, can we get Mediaid?
There's only 3, I think. There's one in LA, one in Grapevine, Texas, and one in Tokyo.
I think Grapevine is technically Dallas. I think it's like a suburb outside of it. Kind of like how Schaumburg is Chicago. If you like screw your eyes up and squint.
Schaumburg is nowhere near Chicago.
It is near the airport.
Ish. Insofar as anything in the Midwest is near to an airport.
That is true.
Okay. That is a good silly little introduction. The theme for this evening is hopefully Brother Pink's here. Hey Brother Pink, he's in the chat. He says there's a cafe in Tokyo, so he's mentioning that. I guess I should also say hello to our fine friends in the chat. We've got I'm gonna change this to live chat. I don't know if it's hiding people. We got Dan Kaplinger. Hello, Dan. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too, Dan. And then Radon 995. Hello, Radon. We've got Von Grave. Heyo, Von Grave, have you been here before? Is that a new name? Is there another name that we might recognize? If not, welcome to the first live stream. Radon says, now I want to make a sprue Xmas tree. Well, depending on how big your pile of potential is, you might have a lot of sprues to do that with. Have people seen the person who's making a 40k scale Imperial ship or Chaos ship out of sprues?
No, that's amazing.
No, I definitely want to see that.
It's somewhere on Instagram. I don't.
Von Grave is Alaskan Pete.
Von Grave is sorry. Oh, Alaskan Pete. Oh, cool. Okay, welcome, Pete. Oh, actually, I got a little something from Alaskan Pete that arrived in my mailbox this week. I was gonna possibly unbox it on stream. So good thing Pete's here. Oh, and Pete, the beast I'm making is the Great Red Dragon. It's a commission for Shane. So it's a massive Screamer Killer. Not Screamer Killer, Old One Eye stand-in, yeah. But it's very large.
And in charge.
It was basically I was making Old One Eye and Shane was like, hey, your Old One Eye looks promising. When you're finished Old One Eye, can you make me a big sexy Carnifex? And I'm like, why would I even bother finishing my own one? Why don't I just start making one for you? And that's where we're at.
Yes.
Show you kind of.
And there's also concept art from.
Yes. The coolest
Roberto
part is that Shane is probably the one person other than me who enjoys the concept. No, sorry. Shane is probably the other. Well, other than Symbio Joe. Shane is probably the one other person other than me who's obsessed with Roberto Cirillo's concept art, or with, concept art in general for Warhammer. I'm not going to dox anything, but he may, have started a bit of a collection of cool concept art over the years. And yeah, when we were talking about making this beast, was it your idea to hire him? Was it my idea? I can't remember.
It was your idea.
Okay.
I wouldn't have even thought to contact him. I didn't even realize he did commissions.
Well, neither did I until we asked him. Oh no, wait! I asked him for a commission for the Warp Shadow Instagram account a long time ago, and he made some sketches for that. And yeah, so we reached out to him and we were like, hey, would you be open to doing a concept sketch for this creature that we're trying to put together? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we hired him and he did some concept sketches for the Red Dragon, which is super cool.
It looks like such a beast with the arms attached.
That's the goal. Isn't that the goal? I thought you wanted a big burly Carnifex. Come on.
He is a man.
I'm pretty sure I half pulled the some of the ideas for the arms of this guy for my Urbagon says Kid Bash.
Well, you can't steal things that are freely given.
Just alt consciousness.
Yes, exactly. So this is hard to put together, but he's a big burly boy, with some big burly claws on him, and he's gonna have some big burly chest tentacles, which we're working. I was actually working on those, Shane, while I was watching Welcome to Derry.
That's very good inspiration.
Oh hell yeah.
He's the faces he too.
Man, the first couple episodes of that are very the horror of pregnancy. It was like Geiger came up with it or something, or Ridley Scott.
A lot of people have made this comment that this show is a lot darker than the movies, the 2017, 2019 movies, which is more in line with the book, I think.
Yeah, the book is super dark.
I'm glad they finally had a chance to really let not have to just appeal to mass audiences in a movie theater. Could have more freedom to explore the darker side of the story.
Agreed. Pete, the only thing I really want to point out here is my crazy idea. I don't like the idea of standy-uppy Carnifexes having tails, because it feels like it breaks their linebacker kind of silhouette. So I had this idea of the creature's spine kind of goes like this, and then it goes like this, and goes like there's a tail coming out of its back. And Games Workshop went and stole it, but they didn't do it right because they did double tails. They're like, we're going to give you a tail, and then we're going to give you another tail on your back. I'm like, that's not right. So he's not going to have a tail down here on his pelvis. He's just going to have his like legs slotting in here. And then the tail is like an extension of like the spine on his back sort of thing, which I'm pretty happy with how that whole idea turned out. But yeah, so that's the beast I'm working on. All right, what beasts are everyone else working on? Are folks working on beasts? I know Kajan's working on a beast. Kajan, what's going on up there?
I'm going to work on a horror specs. I saw something in November that inspired me to try something.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Who was that?
That's what I'm working on.
Whose creation?
I think it was Radon's, the one where it looks like he used the Carnifex or the Tyrannofex ribcage and put the Hive Tyrant's chest piece behind it as lower as abdomen, and I really like that one.
Cool.
And because I don't like the house packs with that mass of tongue you.
Yeah.
And I don't. And my idea is to steal that idea with the combination and make a tail that's reaching up underneath it, forward, a grasping tail. Basically, it's using its tail as a whip to grab stuff and push into its mouth.
Cool.
That's my idea.
Nice. Sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah. Will or Shane, are you guys working on stuff this evening?
Yeah, I'm continuing on my Tyrannofex gun beast thing that I've been working on for a bit, and just mindless amounts of sculpting work that never gonna see the light of paint, or people are gonna see the details of. But
that's how you know you're dedicated, man.
Yeah, makes me feel sort of accomplished. So yeah.
I'm working on one of my Triptych 28 Tyranid mutant guys.
Yep.
This was going to be kind of a palette cleanser because it's a pretty simple conversion, just like giving him a new head and extra arm and Jesus Steelery hand. But I think it'll look cool.
Cool. Sounds good. And how has everyone's hobby life been recently? Does anyone have any fun things they want to share?
Not like super lot of stuff going on because it's still pretty much like November through New Year's is hectic in the state.
Sorry, what?
Like November through New Year's is just hectic as all get out.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah,
very distracted. A lot of work to like get stuff done before we start taking some holiday time and stuff like that here, because we do not get a lot of holiday time.
Hey, didn't we talk about that last stream?
Yeah, it's kind of a perpetual story. Point of conversation around here, I feel. So.
I will be right back.
All right. Kajan, what you been up to?
Aside from this little project, not much, because for pretty much similar reasons. Christmas is always quite busy in terms of social calendar and stuff. A couple birthdays I have to attend with people. So yeah, hobbying takes a little bit of backseat in December.
Yeah.
Not that I'm really proud of my hobbying time this year in total, but that's an entire different story.
Well, hey, you got some stuff done.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. But not
Focus
as
on the
much
stuff
as I
you did
wanted
do,
to.
not the things you didn't do. Maybe it'll be
I mean, I finished my Screamer Killer,
good.
and I started working, and then I'm blanking. I know I did something else, but I don't remember.
Wait, what about your
But yeah,
Malefactor?
yeah, right. That's what I was working on, but
Yeah.
it's not finished yet.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. I'm taking a break because I ran into a wall, and
Mhm.
I feel like usually it's a good idea to step back and re-evaluate what you
Yep.
are doing.
Man, that seems like a great segue point to the topic that you wanted
Thank
to
you.
talk about.
Yes. Thank you, Will. Yes. I keep meaning to mention the topic. So the topic is a bit of a bait and switch. I came up with this was kind of like inspired. This was inspired by Flynn. This was a topic where Flynn Hammer was like, hey, if we don't have our stuff together for mid-November and we can't like go through all the winners, this is what we should talk about on the stream. I'm like, that's a really great idea, Flynn Hammer. I'm going to steal that and talk about that on Work in Progress Wednesday with the Work in Progress Wednesday folks. Although Flynn Hammer was actually thinking of like gifts, like hobby gifts to give people, I said that the stream was about the hobby gifts that keep on giving, but it's a bit of a bait and switch because what I was thinking was, if I could give you, like, first of all, everyone needs to get a gift, and it's hard to, send things to everyone across the world. So we're going to give gifts that are free and that you can consume through the internet in the form of, if I could give you one gift this holiday season to help you in your hobbying, it would be, and then give you a tip.
We give the gift of knowledge.
Thank you, Kajan. Yes, we are giving the gift of knowledge. We are the Magi, but we don't got frankincense and myrrh. We got pure, hard wisdom. We hope.
Which is a really nice way of saying we're cheap bastards. So.
Quiet you. Quiet you. I'll have none of that. So are these gifts going to be worth anything? I leave that to you to decide. But yeah, we're gonna lay some hobby tip knowledge on you. That is the goal. This is maybe tips you've already heard before, but maybe not. So, and also I would encourage everyone in the chat to share their own tips, cool hobby hacks, whatever that they find super helpful, and you can also participate in the cheapo gift giving on the internet. Listen, it's cheap, but everyone can enjoy it without any worries about postal strikes or customs or weird duties, weird new what's the word I'm looking for? Tariffs that your government decides to levy. Yay. So yeah, I can start unless anyone else would like to start.
I mean, I feel like we should be starting with. You shouldn't be using. What's it called? The petroleum jelly.
Okay, let me just do it because I'm right here and because I'm doing it and because that's a good place for me to start because I am a evangelist of using Nivea sculpting cream or sculpting cream, Nivea hand cream as your lubricant of choice for sculpting miniatures. If you've been on this channel before, you've probably already seen my videos about this, but this is just a tin of Nivea with one of my stickers shoved on the front of it. This is exclusively what I use to lubricate my tools when sculpting with green stuff. I keep it on the back of my hand here. I get my tool of choice and I just kind of like rub it through here and then I rub off the rest and it just leaves like a thin film of oil on it, and that's more than enough to keep the green stuff from sticking to your tool. And when you use something like the silicone shaper, it's almost like using a paintbrush with green stuff. It's pretty great.
Okay, I will say that your comment is going to springboard an idea, and I'm not saying that Nivea should do this, But I'm saying that if Nivea came out with almost exactly the identical product in a tin that's called like model uh like cream and like with a little like premium like hobbyist upcharge, I think it would actually sell like hotcakes.
Hey man, I haven't really reached out to Nivea. I've like half-assed reached out to Nivea, but I've thought about trying to really reach out to Nivea to see if I can make something happen, but I have not fully pursued it yet. I don't know if they care. I think I'm like we're a small enough part of their
Global empire.
customer base, global empire. Yeah, but we can try. I think they're an American company. Maybe I should get like Simon to reach out to them or something. Sorry, did I say German? Did I say American? What did I say? German.
You said
American. Oh God,
I
meant to say German. I think they're a German company.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident they're a German company. But that's kind of like the fun thing. I remember I got a chance with work to go visit Form Labs, the company that like does these like really high end resin 3D printers and everything
You got a
like
chance
that.
with work to do that? That's cool.
Yeah, it was actually a really cool experience. I was geeking out something fierce. But they had this very interesting conversation about one of the unexpected markets that they sort of have gotten into is professional dentistry because like producing I'm sure every one of us has had that experience at the dentist of like getting your teeth making like a cast of your teeth or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So apparently they can kind of like 3D sculpt that and like 3D sculpt um get like CAD software to 3D sculpt and 3D print like the copies of your teeth and everything like that.
Cool.
And apparently yeah, and it's just this like thing that blew up because like it's basically something the size of a large printer fax machine photocopier, right?
Yeah.
That the turnaround time is a day as opposed to weeks, right? And like apparently like it's just this untapped market that they never expected because I mean I'm pretty sure Form Labs came from a hobbyist makers kind of perspective, and then like they apparently they're big in dentistry trade shows and stuff because they're so um like it's just this like market that apparently really wanted this product. So who knows? Maybe like there's always weird untapped potential in markets that you know didn't anticipate, right?
Good point. So, yeah, well, it's a circular I don't know, market something. This is a dental tool that I buy from a dental supply company, and it's the best spoon sculpting tool I've ever used. Surpassing my previous one that I stole from my brother years ago. So dentists just keep on giving. They keep our 3D printers in business. They give us cool sculpting tools. This is called a St. Louis. Oh God, the hell is this called?
Slugger?
No, if you look up, I think if you look up St. Louis Wax 7A, you might get something like this. Do you say St. Louis Slugger?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just being an ass. Don't mind me.
My wife and daughter just got home. So I was just saying hi.
What? Sorry, huh? Oh, okay.
My wife and daughter just got home, so I was just saying hi.
You're a good man, Bob. Does anyone want to go next with their free, cheap, Christmas gift in the form of a hobby tip? If you could give someone one gift this holiday season to make their hobby life better, what would it be? I already went with Nivea while you were off, Shane.
I'll go next.
Yep, go for it, Will.
Pin your stuff. For the love of God, pin your stuff.
Yes, tell me more.
Do not just rely on glue. Pin anything, any different parts that you're gonna do. It's gonna make everything more stable. You're gonna curse less. You're gonna have to fight with things less. Pin your stuff. It will make your life better.
But Will, pinning is hard. How do you pin
And
without
just
making it hard? How do you make it easy or
by
forgiving? You have a
just
tip?
pinning. I literally just have some like 3 pin vices with 3 different standard size drills, and I predominantly use paper clips as my pinning thing. Pinning is mad easy. Just pin your stuff, guys.
I agree, 100%. I pin
If it's
plastic.
big enough to pin it, pin it.
People probably think I'm nuts, but I pin plastic models because I don't ever
Oh yeah,
want them to fall apart.
Oh yeah.
Same.
every time.
Same. That makes it so much easier to handle.
I pin things even when I'm putting them together with plastic glue.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't do that. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it still has it still has the piece of metal between the pieces, so you're still making it more
I
sturdy.
thought for some reason that the plastic glue and the metal and it might screw shit up, but I always use super glue. I foolishly never use plastic glue. I should try that. Like I'll use super glue with pins with plastic models rather than using plastic glue on the plastic. I don't know why, because it doesn't adhere to the pin, but I guess you encase it in plastic that fuses together. So
Yeah, that's kind of the mentality I've
smart.
used when doing it.
And in case you've missed me say it before, if you hate pinning, you should go. It's going to cost you some money. They're like the Winsor Newton of pin vise bits, but you should get some God Hand pin vise bits because they will change your life. They're super easy to use. They come in all different sizes, and the non-business end that you slot into the pin vise is the same size on all the bits, so you don't have to worry about. Well, Will's solution is very good, where if you have like a couple of different pin vices and you just permanently leave the bits in there for the different size pins you need to do. But if you just want to have one pin vise, you can go with God Hand, and then you can easily swap bits without having to change the collet on the pin vices. Shane, do you have a tip?
Hmm. Am I the last one?
Well, Kajan hasn't done one yet. Kajan, you want to go
Kajan,
next?
do you have one? Because I'm
Yeah.
still thinking of mine.
I can go next. You want to get some electrician's pliers for fine electronics because they. Sorry, something crashed. You want to get something like this. Looks like this. They are flush cut, and you don't need to buy expensive hobby equipment. Because you can get those in any electronics store. And you need to pay attention. You need to usually it says somewhere on the label or on the tin what kind of mow hardness it can cut, because these ones are made for electronics. So usually some companies cheap out and make them only hard enough to cut copper. That means you can cut brass, but barely. But if you're using floral wires to pin your stuff, which is also a very good pin option, you want to have one that's rated for iron.
Iron, okay,
They
gotcha.
exist. They usually don't cost more, but you need to pay attention what you're buying, because I didn't, and I got one for copper, and it doesn't work with.
That's a
with
really good
iron.
tip that I didn't think about, because yes, copper is super easy to cut, and if you're just cutting copper wire, you could just, you don't need very strong
it works
cutters.
for resin and everything. I mean, it's not a big deal. It works for resin. It works for basically everything we are using. But if you're using floral wire has an iron core, and it will mess up your flush cutting shears. I mean, it will work one time and then you have a dent in it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, that's basically my tip. And also with the pinwise and drill bits,
Yeah,
you can also just you can get 1 millimeter and lower ones for iron, but it needs to be an HSS, this high speed steel something. It's designed to drill into steel, and that will also work for the epoxy resin we are using.
Okay, yeah, because that's the only downside of God Hand is that it's made for Gunpla, so Gundam hobby stuff in Japan. It's a Japanese company, and it's only made to the. You can drill harder materials than plastic with God Hand, but they're rated for plastic. And if you try to drill, don't ever try to drill metal with them because I don't think that'll go well. But it might be tougher to drill like more dense resins or harder resins. I don't know. I haven't messed around with that much. Most of the stuff I drill is plastic or epoxy, and it drills okay through Epoxy Buddy.
The problem is if it's with epoxy, it can wear them out quicker, and then they are not as sharp, and those tiny ones are
Yeah. The
at
tiny ones,
our
I've had a
rate
tiny
to
one snap on
sharpen
me.
them is it's not ideal.
Yeah. Shane, any tips? Tricks?
I have a tip for cleaning resin.
Oh, great. I want to hear that. I need that in my life.
A lot of people don't like working with resin models for various reasons, all of which are mostly justified. I have found that the best way to clean resin models is to just soak them in, I use Dawn dish soap
Oh,
for about 24 hours and then washing them under hot water. As hot as you can handle with your hands. Just if you're using thin parts, of course, don't don't obviously use too hot water because you can warp the pieces. But a lot of resin models, and this is another tip that I'll give. A lot of resin models, especially across different brands, have different textures and different finishes to them. The common thing is people say, oh, if the model's shiny, it means there's mold release on it. You need to wash it off. And a lot of people are disappointed when they scrub until their fingerprints are gone and their model is still shiny. Well, the reality is a lot of resin models, even when they don't have mold release on them, still have a shiny finish, and this is often due to molds being newer molds. The resin is usually shinier. However, even though it doesn't have mold release, people can mistake it for mold release because the shiny surface can still make paint adhesion difficult. The way I get around this is by spraying the model with a tester's dull coat or other matte varnish before priming. The tester's dull coat will stick really well where paint won't, because it's a varnish, and you can prime right over it, and it's just like you primed right on the bare resin. So yeah, that would be
cool.
That would be my hobby tip.
I do not have as much experience with resin, and I really appreciate that. Yeah. Especially the cleaning, because I was like, oh, do I have to get some kind of special cleaner to clean resin? No, just use Dawn and hot water.
Also, always wash your resin models, even if they don't look shiny at all, because some mold releases, and also just wash your models in general. I always wash my models.
Oh, I don't wash plastic models.
I mean, you'd be surprised, especially when I am like handling models a lot.
Oh, right. Hand oils. Yeah.
You get hand oils on them, and you'd be surprised how they can affect paint adhesion and just like the longevity of your paint job. So I always recommend it after you've like done handling a model for like a long period of time. Just like, even if it's just running it under some water and giving it a little scrub with a toothbrush, can really go a long way to preserving your paint jobs.
So Shane, you just inspired me to give my next hobby tip to people, because I have absolutely been in the situation where I'm trying to paint a model The paint's not sticking to it. I think I'm crazy. And the reality is it's because I've got hand oils on it. And the reason that I was dealing with that was I used to not use any kind of holder for my models when I was painting. I would just like raw dog it and like hold them by their base, or like worst case I would like have my fingers on a different part of the model than the part that I'm painting. And that's a perfect recipe for getting hand oils on your model, and hand oils can keep paint from adhering to your model, and it's no good. So they were, when I first saw Games Workshop release those like painting handles for miniatures, I was like, this is dumb, whatever. And like some people take miniatures and they like stick them to like corks using like blue tack or sticky tack or double-sided tape or anything like that. That's a good solution. But I would really recommend that you have some kind of handle, painting handle, for your miniatures, because it's a really good way to avoid getting hand oils on your miniatures, which can really get in the way of your painting and get really frustrating. That's not something that you can easily take off. Have people experimented with like using, you use like alcohol to remove hand oil from miniatures? I feel like I might have heard that somewhere, but I don't know.
Don't do that to your acrylic paints. You will wipe off all the acrylics.
Whoops. Okay, don't do that. Never mind. I didn't suggest that.
So, as an anti-life hobby tip, you can get away with not dealing with this by just doing what I do and not painting your.
Yes, that is the number one.
I saw that coming a minute before you said it. I'm like, good one.
And I made my own.
Huh?
I made my own handles. It's a scrap piece of wood I picked up on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Drilled a hole on the side, so I can fit a wing nut onto a thing, and it can clamp on pins. I leveled it with green stuff on top, and I also eventually bought myself some wire which I can attach here for painting handle. And
nice. Well, that looks good.
I mean, it's crude. It's not perfect. The handle itself is not perfectly, because I had no bending tools or stuff like that. I just used it in a vise. But yeah, you can make it for cheap. You don't need to buy an expensive handle. Of course, the expensive handles come with a few bells and whistles. So I'm not advertising that this is superior to a real painting handle, but you can get it for cheap.
Yeah, you can make one if you want to. And then of course there's like the whole like cork solution where you just get a cork, either go to an art supply store and buy some corks, or have a friend who drinks a lot of wine and get some corks that way, or drink a lot of wine yourself and get
Champagne
corks
bottle corks are great.
Yes, they've got a very nice shape.
Are very comfortable cork shape too.
Come again, Will?
Champagne corks are definitely, as Kajan said, a really nice, comfortable. Because it's about that like mushroom shape that the GW paint holders are, right? So it's got that a little bit of extra contour that I think is a little bit more ergonomic than like just a regular cork.
Yeah, and fun fact, the Games Workshop painting handles used to be more ergonomic when they were larger, and then they made them smaller. And Wilbur Whately, who is a hobbyist and I believe he's a physiotherapist specializing in hands, he did this whole thing where he explained how the new painting handles that Games Workshop introduced with the smaller grips at the bottom are actually worse for you, because you need your like natural hand position is more like this. And then if you actually have to like grip in on something, that is like a strain, something that causes strain for your hand. And the larger that actual like mushroom bottom, don't call it something Slaneshi, 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 that mushroom bottom to it, that would sit in a neutral hand where you can grip it kind of lightly, but because it's so broad, you don't have to like flex your fingers. So I guess you could take a new Games Workshop painting handle and just like cover it in a bunch of like if you've got gaff tape, which is like a fibrous tape, you could like put some like aluminum foil around it to make it thicker, and then wrap this around the outside for grip, make it thicker. But I thought those painting handles were dumb, and then I used one. I'm like, oh my god, I love these, and then I bought up a bunch of them before they switched to the new ones. They're very pleasant.
I will say that Games Workshop in recent years has made a bunch of like hobby tools that, yeah, I think a lot of people are, initially see it kind of like the painting hand. It's like, well, that's ridiculous. Like, I could just like use a cork, and then like you kind of get it. And it's like, shit, this is actually like really nice.
Is there another one you can think of?
The mold line scraper, the original one that they made.
Yes.
Like, which is, I hate that I like it as much as I do. It's not perfect. It's still like there's still some recesses that you still are just too narrow and stuff to, really accurately and sufficiently, file down mold lines. But this tool is so good at doing like edge mold line stuff on like some of the flatter surfaces. It's easily one of my favorite tools, and the number of people I know who just like I've convinced to like just try it, and there's like, God damn it, I didn't want to like this.
Sorry, you say try it and they what?
They're just like frustrated at how much they enjoyed using it.
Agreed.
Like after,
I am a an advocate of that too. This simple piece of metal, and like when God, what was it called? The painting phase. They had that interview with the guy who was like a product designer for Games Workshop. It was one of the best deep dives into Games Workshop like logic that I've ever heard. They came up with this because they needed to be able to sell something to 12-year-olds that didn't have a blade on it. That was literally why they came up with this. Like, and the first couple times they ordered a sample from the factory that was going to make it for them, the factory like smoothed all these edges, and the guy's like, no, I need it to have hard edges. And they're like, what? Why? He's like, just give me one with hard edges, because it's the hard edges that make it happen. This thing is amazing. It's way better, but I don't think you can get it anymore. Isn't the new one like weird?
The new one, I haven't gotten the new one, but everybody I know who has it like has been like shitting on it.
Has been what?
Like just crapping on it. Just like it's just not as good for, I think, either like they didn't make it rigid enough, or maybe they beveled it too much, or or smoothed it out a little bit too much. Like you said, something was lost in the redesign.
Yeah.
Kind of like, the like you said with the painting handles, like you just made it, just like your attempts to make it smaller destroyed part of the reason why it was like the original was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the new painting handles are still useful, but they might be too small for gripping in your hand unless you're a small child. Or you have small hands. That's okay too.
Yeah, and to segue into my next tip is keep your eyes open for stuff you find in the wild. Like, for example, we have New Year's coming up, and if you're going to a New Year party, hit up the staff and ask them if you can take some of the champagne things
Corks.
home with you. Corks.
Smart.
Because they will have ample supplies, and they are just going to throw them away. So you don't even need to buy or drink alcohol to use that.
I have not messed with them, but champagne cork cages, I think I've seen people use those. Because there's like some wire in there, and there's like some thin, it's not quite aluminum foil, like, you know what I mean? Like the cap that goes over the champagne cork.
And the thing I'm holding right now was in a bag of peanuts.
What?
It's meant to crack open. It's a nut key. They are
This
called.
is the most fucking German thing I've seen all week.
And
I did not know nut keys were a thing.
yeah, and
Hold on, let
they
me try
were
and move your
just
logo because it's covering, or your icon.
sorry, I can
It's my
move it
bad.
over a little
I'm
bit.
just your whole
No,
yeah
no,
yeah
it's
yeah. It's good.
fine.
It's good. Good. Yeah.
It's fine.
There is a nut key. Bloody Germans.
Yeah, there's a nut key to make opening nuts easier. And you sometimes get them in all kind. You can get them in some nuts, and they have a really hard. They have a hard edge because they're cheaply produced. That's why they're not smooth all around.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a hard edge, and they make great scrapers for mold lines.
There's your mold
Because
line
you have,
scraper. Just get a nut key.
yeah, the idea is that keep your eyes open because you find all sort of stuff. I mean, for example, this glass was some dessert type of stuff. I cleaned it, took it home. It cost me nothing, and I got a cheap treat out of it. And yeah, I can just recommend when you need stuff like boxes, bottles, cups, and stuff like that. Keep your eyes open what you use in your daily lives because some of the stuff has really nice textures,
Yep.
which can be useful and can be used in your hobby. There used to be back in the day, in the olden times, there used to be actually articles in White Dwarf how you could scrap build models and terrain and stuff like that from kitchens, from scraps, like the
Soap
packaging you
bottles,
get.
the famous deodorant, deodorant grav tank.
Yeah. I mean, just keep your eyes open. There's lots of interesting stuff out there.
Good. Shane, Will, got anything else for us?
I know somebody made a comment about in the chat that
Oh yeah, can
tinfoil is
someone
a
go
bit.
through the chat? I don't know if someone's feeling more free able to do that.
Yeah, I can go.
Thank you.
Well, Brother Pink suggested making a spoof Nivea commercial first off, which obviously should do.
Smart.
Uh,
I would need to know what a Nivea commercial looks like. I have not seen a Nivea commercial
You just
possibly
need
ever
like
in my life.
good-looking people with like really good skin, but like
Sculpting models.
yeah, but then just like have the same thing, but it's like oh, so smooth, so clean, and it's just like point to like some like newly
Wait.
freshly sculpted.
Wait.
For that,
who was the one saying that there could be a new line of Nivea for models?
Oh, that was me.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be like Nivea for models, and we're gonna get some beautiful like fashion models to be like smearing Nivea on their face, and then we're gonna be like Nivea for models, and there's more like beautiful fashion models like using Nivea, and then we're like Nivea for models, and then it's all of us smearing Nivea on our miniatures and showing the miniatures, and then we're like Nivea for models. Switcheroo.
I would have taken one of the gray McFarlane model toys,
Yeah,
and used their hands and then show them creaming their hands with Nivea
oh, there you go.
to really juxtaposition it, and it's great for your models. And
All right,
Okay.
so
Diana has
maybe
a
add
life tip.
a shower scene with a space marine or something like
it's
that.
sexy. Sorry, Will.
Diana has a life tip that everything is better with a cap, but as a hobby tip, do not leave models where cats can get them.
No.
True.
I am very fortunate that my studio is in a garage and my cat never comes out here. She would just destroy everything and put hair on everything. And I get enough hair on my models from the back of my hand.
Diana.
I have another tip.
Oh, go for it.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If
You stole
enjoyed the
Diana's
stream.
tip, you monster.
I know. Sorry,
Pandering.
Oh, earlier Diana said that like something about YouTube didn't show her the stream because or didn't let her comment because it claimed she wasn't subscribed. And I was like, Diana isn't subscribed? That would be like the biggest shock ever because she's the one who always reminds everyone to subscribe.
It'd be kind of like weirdly hilarious in terms of like the lore of the Work in Progress Wednesday creature conference. So
Yeah. If
Yeah, it
Diana
would
herself
be.
was not subscribed. Do what I say, not what I do.
it's turned us into like a true crime like podcast kind of thing. Like if Diana says that to like and subscribe, but she hid a darker truth the entire time.
Or for some reason, I'm thinking of that episode of The Simpsons with Scorpio or whatever his name is, where he's like, yeah, Homer, call me. And he's like, okay, what's your number? He's like, I don't know. I have no idea what the number for my own office is. Diana's like, I have no idea why would I subscribe to the stream? I always just show up. I don't need a subscription.
Yeah, Diana says she is not a hypocrite. She swears on that.
Okay.
A likely story. Screenshots didn't happen.
So yes, Shane's tip is great. Please make sure you like this stream. Please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss future streams where we give you even more tips. Lant, a little bit of pandering there. Glad Will caught it.
Let's see. Diana also commented on super glue versus plastic glue with pinning. She thinks it's a good debate. And to compromise, she's on team plastic glue.
Oh,
The
interesting.
bond
Okay, I really
between
got to try this
plastic
out.
parts is far superior. Which, yeah, if you're gluing two plastic parts together, and you definitely don't want that stuff like falling apart, definitely plastic glue. Tom Wilson, meanwhile, says he super glues the pin in and then plastic glues the pieces together. Huh. I've done that before, but mostly I've largely switched over to a super glue because I feel like my plastic glue keeps like drying out or like using the like applicator tips every time.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying. Oh, wait, you want a tip for that? Wait, is the applicator tip metal or plastic?
Mine's metal, and I gotta unclog it with the tip that you gave a few weeks back, which I guess you
Do you want to repeat that tip for anyone who missed it?
If you lost the little like very very thin wire that comes with these ones, you can just apparently heat it up to unclog metal applicator tip for plastic cement.
Yeah, so this is like the plastic glue that comes with like a tiny little tube in it. My plastic glue, I have the Tamiya one that has like a paintbrush that you apply with. But if you have like the ones where it comes in a bottle and then it has a super long tip, sometimes they're like blue bottles. They have like a yellow cover over the tip. And it's like a long metal straw, very thin metal straw. If that gets clogged, which happens frequently, you take the metal straw. Don't do this while the metal straw is still in the thing. But you take the metal straw, you can pull it out of the bottle, and then you hold it with something like pliers, and you get a lighter, and you run the lighter over both ends of the applicator, and then you let it fully cool. It will burn out the gummed up plastic glue that's in there. I learned that from someone, I can't remember who. I think it might have been like a hobby shop staffer who told me that. Can't remember. Actually, it might have been my buddy Josh. Josh seems to know everything about the hobby.
Was he just trying to get high?
Could be. He might have just been trying to get high, and then he was like, wait, this actually works.
It's like,
Or
oh, wait, I
cleaning
can
out.
actually use this glue again.
I could have built a car effects, but then I got high.
But definitely do not do that while the applicator is in the bottle, because I'm pretty sure that plastic glue is either flammable or something you don't want to set on fire in general.
It's definitely flammable.
Bad fumes.
And you definitely don't want to breathe it in.
Also,
it's a solvent, right?
Cyanide. Yeah, it's cyanide.
It's what? Plastic glue is cyanide?
Not
cyanoacrylate.
I mean,
that's super glue.
Super glue. Super glue is.
Super glue.
What the hell is testers? Liquid cement. What is the thing? Contains petroleum distillates and butyl acetate ethyl benzene. Keep away from heat, flame, and children.
That's highly flammable.
What about hot flaming children? Should I keep it away from hot flaming children?
Oh, that reminds me.
Hot Flaming
You
Children reminds you of something? I'm worried.
no, plastic glue reminds me of something. Tamiya plastic glue is usually really sought after as some of the better ones. And you can just get their airbrush thinner instead. The difference between their plastic glue, which comes in a tiny bottle, and their their airbrush thinner, which comes in a big bottle, priced about the same, is about 2% of the same formula. So one has like 48 butane and the other has 50 or 51 butane.
Really?
And they're exactly the same thing, according to the data sheet.
Tamiya airbrush thinner is plastic glue?
Basically, yeah.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
And it works to glue models together?
Yeah. I actually have the bottle somewhere around here.
Wait, no, okay, I understand that the bottle could say it's like, this is the same shit, but I want to know if, like, practically you've tried it and it's successfully glued models together.
Practically dried it and successfully glued models together with it.
Wow. That's a heck of a tip.
It's the same. It's basically the same stuff.
Cool. That's neat. That I did not know.
Friend of the stream, Alaskan Pete, now Von Grave, has two related tips.
Yep.
He suggests getting blue tack and using that to help stick parts together to get concepts and test conversions around instead of gluing them together.
That's a really good
I
one.
highly agree. I have a lot of blue tack sitting around that I definitely use for just test fitting parts together whenever I'm putting stuff together. Highly, 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 highly recommend. It's like mad cheap to get a lot of it, and you don't even really need like all that much just to hold a couple of pieces together. So definitely second that tip. And he also suggests that drilling holes and pinning arms and legs and body parts together is also a great way to build concepts without glue, which I also agree and I also do.
I like that. Yeah, because you can just kind of like tack them together with the pins. And then, like, worst case scenario, you got to fill some holes.
Yeah, and like I mean, half the time you're probably gonna whatever location you're probably pinning the arms and legs to, you are probably gonna be covering up again with some putty or something, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's minimal effort, especially if you're drilling into plastic. If you're drilling into metal,
Ow!
I think that just kind of sucks.
Was that?
And don't drill into your fingers.
I have a hobby tip.
Did you just drill into your finger?
Be careful with hobby blades.
Speaking from firsthand immediate experience?
Yeah.
What happened?
First blood goes to me.
Oh, not Van Damme? That's too bad.
I feel like that's starting to become a thing.
Yeah,
hey,
I know.
The best tips come from urgency and immediate.
My best conversions are the ones that I have injured myself on.
What is the expression? Idiocy is the mother of invention?
Yeah, there you go. Remember when I said that this guy was going to be like a simple head and hand swap?
Yeah.
Famous last words, man.
That was like what? That was like, yeah, that was before I saw this gargoyle wing sitting on my desk.
Now you got to clearly utilize that, right?
I already know how I'm going to utilize it. So yes.
Wait, which gargoyle wing? What edition?
4th, current
4th.
classic.
Okay. I was picturing some gnarly 2nd edition gargoyle wings.
Oh, they were 5th. They were 5th. The plastic ones were 5th edition, not 4th.
Yeah, we had to wait a while for those.
Yeah, Tom Wilson.
And honestly, I'm not even really that big a fan of those models.
The gargoyles?
They're great for parts. Yeah, they're just kind of meh now. They were great when they came out, but now they're just kind of meh.
I agree.
I'm a big fan of the bodies for conversion bits, but y'all know that.
No, they're great. They're great for conversions, but
Yeah.
but like as gargoyles themselves, tad
like-
disappointing.
I feel like the general tenor of our group has generally been like, we love this model or
Too bad.
bit.
Or spare parts. Yeah, you're right.
It's like the model itself, like stock,
You're right.
but like individual parts are banger, or like
Yeah.
this part is banger, just not for this guy.
Except for the lictor. The lictor is perfect, and you're doing it
Oh
wrong.
god,
Agreed.
it's such a good model.
Agreed.
Such a good
Masterful.
model.
That should have won model of the year, but people were like, I need something big and impressive.
What did win model of the year that year?
It wasn't a Tyranid, I can tell you that. I think it was some Demon Prince or some shit. I don't know. Oh, it's probably the Lion. Didn't the Lion come out that year?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, probably.
I don't think he was the model of the year though. I think it was like something chaosy.
Was it Angron? Did Angron come out that year too?
Maybe. It might have been Angron.
Time has like no meaning these days.
This is
so,
2023 we're talking.
Oh my god, that's so long ago. I thought it was like last year.
No,
We
dude.
got new tier that long ago.
Oh,
Because they're about to like refresh, spoiler alert, they're about to refresh the edition. Hit us with 11th edition of 40k. And Tyranids were released, the big huge Tyranid release was 10th edition. Which was 2023.
Yeah, it's okay.
Almost
we
3
all
years
just know
ago.
that. At least we can like, all rest easy knowing that Flynn's love of strikes is going to
It's still unrequited.
unrequited. Absolutely. Just not it. Games Workshop. I have a thinking someone there just going like, this Flynn Hammer dude really loves these.
Guys, Flynnhammer mentioned strikes again. Push the kit back. Yes, everything is fine as long as we can all Schadenfreude Flynn's pain. Flynn's strike, no strike pain. Hey, I thought they were coming with the Raveners, but they did not.
Nope.
Yeah, it seemed like it was, especially with that kill team bit with like things that fly and
Yeah, the
jetpack stuff,
Vespers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
it really almost like, oh, this seems like it's gonna be like made for strikes, and they're like, nope. Like,
Vespers.
Especially because they teased it with the flying prime.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they give you a
Even
flying
with it
prime, and
impaling
there's
space
nobody to
marines on
comment.
sticks.
Hey, I think I posted this in the Discord. I don't know if you guys saw it, but somebody sent me a tip because every so often someone's like, "Hey, you're that Tyranid guy, right?" And apparently the tip is that somebody knows someone at Games Workshop who's aware of like upcoming kits, and there is absolutely zero plans to redo the Warriors, the Tyranid Warriors. Zero.
No shit.
Allegedly.
I honestly kind of find that hard to believe.
Well, that's what I was told by someone who works at Games
Yeah.
Workshop.
That feels so weird.
It does feel weird. I think they just don't care.
On the one hand,
Yeah, but why?
I still low key love that kit. Like
Yeah.
Unapologetically, I think it's still one of like that, and the Carnifex kits have really had, I think, great longevity.
Also, they have so many extra bits in them, and if you look at like New Games Workshop kits, what kit has extra bits in it? So we got to be careful what we wish for.
Yeah, on the downsides, like especially with that like secondary Tyranid Prime that they just like showcase and stuff. It's like, how are you not just making new warriors?
Yeah, it's weird because they're gonna do one-off. Like they don't need a new warrior kit because they can just sell us like one-off Tyranid characters the way they sell us one-off Space Marine characters. They're like, oh, you want a Prime with a Venom cannon? Oh, here's a special character that has a Prime with a Venom cannon. Oh, you want that Prime with a Venom cannon and a Bone Sword? Here's a different special character that has that Prime with a Venom cannon and a Bone Sword.
So I'm not saying that it's like right thing for them to do, what I am saying is that I will throw money at JTC Games Workshop.
If they give you new warriors?
Oh, if it was like if they pumped out like different warrior primes or different warriors or like just any sort of prime unit for Tyranids in the same vein that they just like pump out lieutenants for Space Marines, like oh hell yeah. Oh yeah, I'm like, it's like yeah, every like couple of months, like guess I'm getting this new Tyranid.
Okay, right. Good point. Tyranid release is a Tyranid release, no matter how it happens.
So getting back to that, Tom Wilson said to use tinfoil to bulk up fire armatures, which is definitely a
Good.
classic move.
Does it?
Which kind of brings me to one of my suggestions, which is kind of intimated about. Wine cork also make really good, lightweight, and very, very sturdy and very stable uh, uh, things to bulk out miniatures, like the insides of miniatures with, if you need some stuff. And if you happen to enjoy wine or have some friends who enjoy wine, it's really easy to pick up a lot of corks for pretty cheap, or the price of drinking a bottle of wine.
Yep.
The downside, I will say, with working with cork is that you can't glue things really easily to it. You kind of need to use either hot glue or Elmer's or like regular PVA to glue things together. So just be careful with that because it really does not want things to stick.
Well, I got a tip for you to solve that problem.
Oh, pin shit into it though.
No. Pinch it, yes, certainly. But my tip for you to solve that problem, if you need to glue anything to anything, LePage construction adhesive, no more nails. This is just like a brand that we can get in Canada, but probably you can get a construction adhesive anywhere. It's basically caulking, but it might be, this is made by Henkel. It's like caulking, but it's just like a random adhesive. You can use this to stick cork to cork. You can stick stick plastic to foam to cork. Like, it doesn't do the thing that like super glue or some glues do, that it has like a solvent in it that can dissolve shit. This also like fills gaps. So where is it? This is the base for Shane's miniature that I'm working on, and I use No More Nails to glue like pieces of foam to each other, and then I use No More Nails to glue it to the base. Oh no, maybe I used hot glue to glue it to the base. Maybe this is before I found No More Nails. But like all this stuff here where it's like all these foam bits shoved together, I just like blobbed on No More Nails and blob stuff in there. I also oh, where is the okay, the other thing that I use No More Nails for is, so Shane's the Carnifex is gonna be freaking huge, right? He's gonna be a big boy. He's got these big arms, he's got some big legs on him. He's gonna be heavy. And he is meant to stand on this base, which is mostly just styrofoam and a miniature. So he would be very top heavy. He would be easy to topple over. So what I did was I carved out inside this styrofoam in the base, and I inserted hunks of really heavy metal. This is, if you know any friends who work in, I don't know, machine shops or something like this, Blitz Mechanica, otherwise known as Blitz Magus or whatever, works in some kind of auto part manufacturing shop, and I think these are like carbide blades that they use for some part of the process, but they like grind them down, they use them up, and this is the scrap. And he just brings me this like really dense, really heavy metal scrap, and I insert this into bases like this as ballast. So you get the foam, you cut the foam, you shove one of these things into the foam, and you use that construction adhesive to glue it in there, because it'll stick to this metal and it'll stick to the foam, and you just kind of like seal it in there with this stuff. And that's an easy, or what you can do is I recently did a Norn, I haven't posted a picture yet, Norn assimilator that's in this pose that's like it's like jumping straight forward off the base. So it would tip in a second. And the base is like the standard scenery piece that comes with a Norn emissary or a Norn assimilator. There's a lot of empty space under that piece of that plastic piece that you attach to the base, and there's enough space to like shove hunks of metal. You can also use like fishing weights. Like that's a really good hunk of metal that you can shove in a base if you don't want the model to tip over. And you just hide it in whatever like base scenery you have, and then you use this construction adhesive or hot glue to glue it in there and keep it there.
And as Redon just pointed out, and I agree with him, if you want a cheaper option than tungsten, which is hella expensive, I mean, what you're holding there, the scrap alone is worth some money. You can just get fishing weights.
Yeah.
The sinkers, the lead weights for fishing. Go to your local angler shop and get some weights, and they will work great. And you can pick shapes and sizes, and they also, because it's lead, it's also cutting really easy, so you can
Good
put
tip.
it underneath bases and stuff.
This is good. Look at us sharing hobby tips.
Yeah, almost as if we are planned it.
Come again?
Almost as if we are planned it.
Well, I appreciate
Also, I
everyone
think-
in the chat also sharing.
I think Tom Wilson also has made the most important and obvious tip, which is to learn to when to walk away from uncured sculpted details.
Yes, thank you, Tom. Does anyone here want to?
No, Tom. No, I will shove my finger into the green stuff, and I will hate it.
Yeah, so that's why you got to know when to quit with sculpting, because I did it earlier today. I think, did I do it? I can't remember. I might have done it, or maybe I was working on something on this. No, I was working on something on this miniature yesterday, and I put fingerprints in this part down here because I was trying to sculpt this part up here, and or this part in here, and I wasn't paying attention to where I was sculpting, and yeah, so that's why you'll see that I've got a bunch of different pieces here that are all separate, because then you can sculpt on this, and then when you're done sculpting on that, you can put it aside. You can take this one, you can sculpt on this, and then when you're done sculpting on that, you can put it aside, you can sculpt on this. But if they were all on one model, all assembled together, you would be shoving your fingers in wet green stuff that you were happy with a moment ago, and now are extremely unhappy with because you've messed it up. So that is it sounds like a very simple tip. Oh, when you're happy sculpting something, you should put it down and walk away, or else you're going to screw it up. But it's really something that you learn through not listening to that tip many times over. And then even when you do listen to that tip, you're going to get really excited about sculpting something, and you're going to want to keep going, and then you're going to screw it up. So it happens to all of us.
And in fairness, sometimes it's hard to tell when to stop.
Yeah. But like, for example, here I'm sculpting both these plates at the same time. I'm not getting the like nice ridge on the edge of this plate that I got this time over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this close. I'm going to let it harden, and then I'm going to come back and I'm just going to add the ridge so that I don't ruin everything else trying to get that ridge in this step.
I feel like this is an apropos moment for me to kind of add a corollary tip to this.
Yeah.
Especially when you've worked on something and sculpted something that you're not like, 100% happy with.
You are or you're not
and
100%? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
If you are not
Yeah.
100% happy with, especially if it's green stuff, you can lop it off and re-sculpt over the lopped off part. Like
that is a very good tip, Will.
like I think it's something that I definitely, get caught in going like, oh, I already sculpted this, but I'm not really happy with this. But green stuff, especially if you haven't like mixed it with any epoxy or milliput or whatever, amalgam kind of thing, really, really easy to just cut off. So if You
Yeah,
sculpted
it's
something,
soft as
don't
heck.
like
You can
it,
cut it easy.
yeah, just cut it off and start it again. It's a bit of wasted epoxy putty, but if you're not happy with it, it's reclaimable.
Yeah.
And I would like to add to that, you don't have to sculpt everything. You can sculpt additive and you can sculpt reductive.
Thank you.
And reductive sculpting means you cut stuff out. You use your blades and cut stuff away to get the shape you want. So if you're not happy with the curvature or something like that, you don't need to scrape everything off. Just scrape the parts you're not happy with until it
Yes.
has the shape you want.
That is an excellent tip. It's like the difference between sculpting and carving, that you can do both with green stuff. You can sculpt something and as you were both talking about that, I was thinking about like armor plates. Like right now, I'm getting a sharp armor plate here, like edge to it, because I put a piece of plastic art underneath. So I'm just sculpting the green stuff to the edge and then cutting it off. But if you want to get a sharp edge on green stuff, a very good way to do it is what Kajan's talking about, where you use the reductive technique. You cut it away to get like the sharp edge of the plate. Very good tip.
Also, another low key tip is if you can avoid it, don't sculpt it.
Sorry, if you can avoid it, don't sculpt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kajan, earmuffs. Cover your ears. You're not going to like this. Don't sculpt hands. Don't sculpt faces. Don't sculpt weapon. Well, you can sculpt like cool blades on stuff, but like the kind of things where Games Workshop makes 1,000 of them, or other miniature companies make 1,000 of them, and you can just raid them from a kit. There are things that are going to drive you up the wall trying to sculpt, like faces and hands, because they have to be in proportion, and because faces and hands are very important things to humans, so we recognize very easily if they're off. Evidence, AI. Why did we know that AI was bullshit? Because it couldn't draw a hand. Yeah, so like just steal hands from kits instead of sculpting them and bashing your head against the wall. Good tip, Will.
Also, hide the crimes, which is always my favorite sort of builder tip that Adam Savage likes to say.
Tell us more
Whenever
about
he's
that.
building. Like not every angle, everything, every joint, every like thing, every surface of your model needs to be perfect, right? There are lots of places where people just aren't really gonna get to see, depending on the angle, or you can add some features to hide, you know, unseemly joints or just some parts that like just didn't come together a lot, right? So just direct attention away from the areas that you know don't have to be seen. I know, like we joke a lot about sculpting details that no one's really going to see, and Lord knows I'm still doing that on this model that I'm working on right now. But if there's gonna be something that you're gonna not do like perfectly, you can hide it in an area that's probably you know hide that crime, hide that imperfection somewhere that no one's gonna see, and it's gonna be fine.
Hide that crime, it's gonna be fine.
A way that I hide the crimes is I will often build a miniature like this in like different components, and I have an idea for what I want the finished pose to look like, but the way that the components go together, it might not actually make that pose. So I am a big believer in tactical rocks, because the situation with this guy is he's pretty squat, he's pretty muscular. Shane, earmuffs. So if I put him on a normal base, he'd probably be looking at the ground. So you'll see this base has an incline on it. Anyway, take my word for it. This base is inclined. Like the flat base is here, and the rock goes up on an angle, so that when he's standing on the rock, he's got his head up, and it's going to look a lot more like kind of heroic with him like leaning, like standing above this thing, kind of like roaring in the air or whatever. And that is absolutely, with this one, I've given it more thought initially, but I have finished miniatures and been like, why is my miniature staring at the ground? Oh, well, I guess I have to have a base and then put a piece of cork on it that's on an angle like this so that he's no longer staring at the ground. He's like rearing up. And that's one way to hide your crimes.
Which crimes? Sounds like it should be a song.
Anybody else have crimes they've hidden as a learning moment?
Oh my god, so many. Like,
Do we have any more tips in the chat?
Diana.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Kajan.
Just wanted to pick something up I saw earlier and didn't get to respond. Tom Wilson earlier responded to me saying when I was talking about, I believe about the nut key, that you can't scrape mold lines in November, and I don't quite understand the reference. And
I don't get that either.
was curious what he meant. And
oh, because you don't have nuts yet? Because you got to wait till the nuts come out at Christmas?
I have no idea. Yeah, maybe.
Nut key. Oh, god damn it, Tom Wilson. If it's what I think it is, it's pretty chatty. Yeah. It's pretty laddie. Because there's no nuts in November.
Slaneshi content.
Slaneshi content warning. Watch out, we got at the nut key. Bad things are gonna happen. Woo, woo, woo. Don't worry, we're in definitely lots of nuts December.
We really should just rebrand this channel, this stream, as like the Slaneshi content.
We haven't used that sign very much lately, to be fair.
Hey, between that and that sweet Nivea contract.
Oh god, okay.
I mean, I don't feel like you're getting the Nivea contract if you're going for Slaneshi contract.
Hey, maybe that's the new market Nivea is interested in.
Oh, I'm sure Nivea is very aware of that kind of.
Hey, maybe Nivea wants to steal the title from Trojan. And KY Jelly. Personal lubricant. Maybe that's what they're into. All right, I feel like the stream is going straight to Slanesh.
Diana did add with regard to hiding crimes that painting, shading, weathering, etc. can also be used to mask flaws. There's so many ways to mask flaws.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. The few models I have painted. Sometimes sculpting you think looks really shitty when it's not painted will end up looking pretty cool when it's painted.
Yeah. Like I'm in here cutting in some like lines into this armor plate to give it detail, but really you could just paint that in. You could just like do the striation thing and get that all in there, but oh well.
Yeah, but it's gonna be so good with those contrast paints, right?
Damn right. Oh man, painting carapace with contrast? I wish I could.
Speaking of which, I'm looking at my old space squid model that I made.
Yeah.
And boy, do I keep looking at it and thinking, I could have done this better. Maybe I can just like cut things back up and just like redo stuff and restart it.
Well, if you're interested.
That seems like a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, you could also use that time to make something new. Not saying you shouldn't, but
wait, who's the guy on Insta that periodically just like absolutely just destroys, demolishes stuff that he's worked on in the past? So he's like, whatever.
Isn't that Persnickety? I know I've seen Persnickety do that and it drives me up the wall. He makes something amazing and he's like,
is it Berserker Miniatures?
It might be both of them.
I think there's a lot of
honestly.
people who do that.
Berserker Miniatures is constantly making cool shit, and then like he makes a new thing from an old model that he already made. And he's
That was
like,
already
yeah,
amazing?
I took apart this amazing like model that used like 3 Primarch miniatures and this out of production statue, and I ripped it apart and turned it into something else. It's just like the old thing looked amazing, but this new thing also looks amazing.
You're like, why can't we have both?
Yeah, like I want both.
I have been driven mad by Grim and Gribbly doing that sometimes. Grim and Gribbly like make a miniature and I'll be like, oh man, this is so good. And then Grim's like, actually I changed it. I'm like, oh damn, this is also good. But it was good before. And he's like, actually I changed it again. I'm like, no, stop doing that. This is amazing, but I also really loved what you did before.
No,
I mean, your miniature, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
I totally forgot about my little like mini tyrant that I made.
Oh yeah.
I have so much crap cluttering up my like work table here, and there are definitely a bunch of like projects that I'm looking at right now that I'm like, oh man, I 100% forgot about that thing.
Well, it's called art. There's so much art cluttering up your work table.
I think what we can all agree with is that it's definitely clutter.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
Sure, a lot of our wives could agree on that too.
What?
I'm sure our wives could probably agree on that too.
Well, that's why you get a studio outside your house, so your partner doesn't have to look at it.
Man, I never finished my Patriarch.
Oh no, I want to see that finished. You should do that before the Space Squid.
Yeah, well, I have like my Patriarch like 1.0 that I really just need to like help this chair and not suck at it. Um, uh, I have an idea. I just need to like implement it. But I kind of want to make an even fatter Patriarch at some point.
That sounds
The
fun.
obese Triarch.
Like maybe not quite as
Rotuntriarch?
creepy as
Yes.
like maybe not as large and as creepy as that Great Unclean one that somebody made that was like they got rid of all the pustules and like
The
Oh,
great
stuff.
clean one.
Oh god,
Hegel. What was his name? No.
they're just like a really fat dude. It's just like oddly creepier than the original
Yeah,
model.
yeah, I remember.
Wilhelm Miniatures, I
Yes.
think, did that.
Yes, you got it. Thank you. Wilhelm
Maybe
Miniatures.
not quite
Sure
that
stuff.
large, but something.
I haven't seen much from Wilhelm lately. I don't know if that's
He's
just
been
the
working on
algorithm.
Kickstarters and his new website.
I think the algorithm just hates me.
I mean, Insta's algorithm is just
Big
awful.
Red Boss Skull or Big Red Skull Boss? Forget his name. He did a really cool Gene Stealer monstrosity out of the Forge World Great Unclean one.
I don't know if I saw that one.
It's pretty cool. Big size? Big Red Boss Skull?
I know the
Big
account you're
Boss
talking
Red
about.
Skull.
I don't know what it's called.
Big Boss Red Skulls. That's. Oh yeah, he's got it pinned.
Kajan, you still there?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know if you...
I'm not. I'm done for sculpting because
Yeah, I should be done.
I just put my fingers into my work, and that's usually a good sign that you're done.
That is the sign.
Well, then I will stop before I put my fingers into my work, and I will use my extra green stuff to beef up this dude I started for Hydra's birthday.
See, now I'm wondering if the gargoyle wing isn't big enough.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm looking at a parasite of Mortrex wing.
Those wings are not that much bigger, are they?
Oh, they're pretty significantly bigger.
Okay. I've not compared the two.
The big question is, do you want to have the ring size approach realistic proportions?
Impossible.
He's only gonna have one wing, so it doesn't really
No.
matter.
Okay.
Oh, going for a Sephiroth angle, are we?
Yeah. A little bit of what's his name? That old. It's kind of almost evoking that old Vampire Counts vampire model with the one wing.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
Oh, the Varg. No, it's not the Vargol, but
I think it was originally supposed to be Manfred, wasn't it?
maybe.
I think it was a character.
Yeah, I think it was part of the many like miniatures from Warhammer Fantasy that Games Workshop rebranded as generic like vampire dude when they switched over to Age of Sigmar.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, this is reminding me that I really kind of want to revisit my old High Elves army.
Holy toot. That's a blast from the past. You mean
Those were
Lumina?
actually some of my earliest kit bashes when I was playing fantasy battles back in the day. You should dig up those pictures.
I just saw a tip from Tom Wilson earlier, and he said, "Don't underestimate paper mache as building material." And
Oh,
I
is
agree
Brother
with
Pink
him.
still here? I think he just triggered Brother Pink's trap card. Brother Pink is king of paper mache. Like, he will talk to you about, like, different kinds of paper to use for your paper mache, like when you use construction paper mache, when you use brown paper towel paper mache.
I didn't know that made a difference.
Oh yeah, Brother Pink is like, I was talking to him about like a paper mache project, and he's like, well, you have to consider blah, 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 blah. He's like, do you want to use construction paper so that like your paper mache is colored in advance? Do you want to try and paint it after? Because that's like a different thing. And like if you're trying to paint paper mache, that's kind of a pain in the ass unless you do like the right way. And yeah, he does it a lot with his students. Teaches young students in Japan.
I think the takeaway from that conversation is that I should really make a Ripper or a Gene Stealer familiar paper mache pinata.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
I like it.
That would be cool, yeah. But while we're on topic, that also reminds me, you don't need plastic card. You can use index card paper, hard paper like index cards and stuff like that, as your instead of plastic card. Even
Or
sculpting.
depending on where you live in the world, there are a lot of weird things that have plastic card in them that you can just, like Kajan's earlier tip about keep your eyes open, you can like find cool shit. I was accruing, I don't know if you guys do this in the States as much, but when you buy like sliced bread here, there's like a plastic tab that like twists the bag shut and it has the like expiry date printed on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's free plastic card, man. I like obsessively started hoarding those for a while, but they're just very small, so you gotta like.
Amazon gift cards used to be plastic card, and I collected them from everybody.
Oh, like ones they'd already used?
Yeah.
Smart.
And because they're all plastic cards, like 1 or 2 millimeter thick, so they're great.
I didn't think
sculpting.
about, yeah, you're right. Gift cards, yeah, that's like plastic you can
all
use for
credit
modeling.
cards and stuff like that.
I didn't think about that.
The stuff people usually throw away, and if you can put the word out to your friends and stuff like that, hey, if you get a gift card or something like that.
But make sure you explain to your friends what you're doing so they don't think you're trying to like scam people with fake gift cards or something. Guys, Kajan's like collecting all these gift cards. I'm really worried about him. They don't have any value. I think he might be scamming somebody.
But
Like,
yeah,
scam the scammers, you know? Like,
yeah, true. You need to pay an Amazon gift cards. Okay, here you go. These are all void. Like, haha, I win.
yeah, this is that's vaguely reminding me, you know what I kind of miss?
What?
I kind of miss No, nobody ever misses them. I kind of miss those AOL install discs from
Oh,
back in the day.
yes. Did you
Like,
use them as bases?
no, I use them as coasters. Like, I have so many old. I used to have so many old AOL CD like install discs, and then
Yeah.
the floppy disk version, I just cleared it, like cleared the data and just had free floppy disks
Yeah.
back in the day.
I believe that when I made the first exocrine for High Fleet Malak, I think that was on an old. I think the base that I used was an old disc, like a CD disc.
That seems about right.
Oh, and Diana said earlier how you can also hide your crimes is by painting, shading, weathering, and stuff like that.
I think Will read that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm getting like inundated with cat hair today. It's like
Hate it.
extra bad.
So I'm randomly just seeing what kind of conversions people have for Gene Stealer Patriarch on Google image results. And I'm kind of disappointed by the relative lack of like really large, fat, like big boy stuff.
Got to do it, man. You got to be the change you want to see in the world.
Although your Nick, your vampire bony OCR back brain Gene Stealer called Patriarch model is the Thin Man there.
Oh, the Thin Man's in there?
Yeah, it's definitely coming up as. I typed in Gene Stealer Patriarch fat.
Maybe because Marco posted about the Thin Man and the Fat Man. I don't know, but that's cool. I was expecting that maybe the my old one was going to show up, the one that was based on the strain, but I guess he's too old.
That one came up with my when I searched Gene Stealer Patriarch conversion.
Oh, cool. That's probably because I have an actual blog that, Google indexed once.
The Osius throne.
Yeah.
One.
That guy.
Yeah, with the robes. Yeah. No, I never saw that throne that you made with the air venom rope back.
No one did. I feel like that throne like barely existed.
There you go. Well, I'm sending you a link.
Yay.
Will, as you talk about wanting to make a fatter patriarch, I want to make a bigger Osius throne. Like a ridiculously large one.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've been like internally trying to work on a larger patriarch.
Yeah.
Because the one that I've worked on is really just kind of a slightly plumper version of a patriarch, standard patriarch model that I have, and I got the original design I was working off of. I was using half of a Easter egg.
Yep. Smart.
Like
using the
base.
stuff you find. There we go. Here's one of our tips.
I mean, it's not even something I found. Like, I actively just like bought a pack. I have so many like of these Easter eggs because they're mad cheap, and like they're like obnoxiously brittle plastic.
Yeah.
Like they're like really pain in the ass to work with, but they're also like great for using.
Yep.
But like, kind of got unsatisfied with the relative like scale of it. Like it's I mean it's technically about the right size for a model if you're going to use it in game, but it's like I want this to be like supersized and just like obnoxiously large to the point that like someone's going to try to like yell at me as like if I try to use it in game as if I was trying to model for advantage when it's just like I really just want something big McLarge huge, like grotesquely like fat and corpy.
Your patriarch is too fat. You're modeling for advantage with that fatty.
Stop fat shaming my Tyranids.
Perfect.
Judge, he's fat shaming my army.
He's fat shaming my army. All right, I think I'm gonna have to call it soon. My green stuff is reaching the end of its rope, and I am reaching the end of my energy. And I just realized I got to get up early tomorrow.
That's also kind of a good final tip, because keep a track of how your green stuff is feeling, because it's starting to not really listen to you. You should probably stop.
Thank you. And what I should have done earlier, if I'd mixed too much green stuff, is I should have put some of it in the freezer. Because you can, if you take fresh green stuff, you put it in the freezer, it will last in the freezer for like at least 1 day, maybe like 2 days. And you can just like get it out of the freezer, roll it around in your hands, and it'll thaw out again, and you can keep using it. So if you, it's more useful if you spot that you mixed up too much initially, or if you're like, hey, I'm going to start working on, I'm going to be sculpting for a few hours today. I'm going to start on this one part with this green stuff I mixed up, but this rest of this green stuff, I'm going to quickly put it in the freezer, and I'm going to come back and take like pieces of it out of the freezer and use them as I go. So then you don't waste it, because the freezer really slows down the curing process.
Ah, poop.
That's an
I
old
also
tip.
realized I just found. I just
Sorry?
found some Goonhammer article where somebody did a mashup of Necromunda, Ilak, and Gene Stiller cult like I have going, but he actually finished and painted his stuff.
Nice.
So I feel like that's cheating. I was doing it first.
Painting is cheating?
Yeah. How dare you?
Judge, this person painted their miniatures. He's cheating.
He's trying to show me up. I feel insecure as a direct result of his actions. He is fostering insecurity. Fostering it. Okay. All right, we do kind of have a one-winged angel thing going on here.
Nice.
I'm kind of digging it. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how to get this wing to mesh into this robe.
If I could sing like operatically, I would sing the one-winged angel theme right now. But I'm going to spare you that. That will not be fun for anyone.
Thank you.
Appreciated.
Here,
a noble cause that you have,
guys.
like sacrificed yourself for.
Your eardrums. Oh my god, it's 10 o'clock. Any final thoughts? Oh, Brother Pink is here. Did Brother Pink hear us talk about... Brother Pink, did you hear us talk about paper mache, or did you miss that? Always Mr. Pink starts work on one model and has a second completely different model waiting in the wings. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you gotta get like extra green stuff on something. Come on. Wait.
That's true. You always want a side project to
you always want a side piece just in case.
Well, in case you've rolled out too much green stuff for how
Yeah.
much you want to work out. Like you just want, like, don't let that green stuff go to waste. That shit's expensive.
Well, Kajan, didn't you say you make like little balls out of green stuff and use them for like filler or something?
Yeah. So I actually did right in the stream. But yeah, I have little balls, which I when I have green stuff left, I either make tentacles, spikes, or just ball them up and use them as filler. Or when you need something roughly spherical shaped in your crafting, like when you want to maybe show it's an egg or a blob of fluid going through a tube, like when you connect it to a gun, to the gun. It makes great. You already have the sphere shape and can just sculpt around it. Also makes great eyes and stuff like that.
We got some.
And Diana just asked, Plutarch to hold your water pots won't completely prevent spills for small but for small jostles works as well. And I personally am a believer of getting an actually paint pot. There are paint water cups for children, which are spill-proof if you knock them over.
Cool.
All right,
Said I
gents.
was going to do a thing.
I gotta get going.
Crap. I realized I said I was going to do a thing and I didn't do it.
Next time.
Oh, don't dox yourself. Okay, I'm going to do this quick. Because, blah, 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 blah. You're free to go if you want to go, Shane. I'm just doing a quick unboxing.
Yeah, I gotta get going. I have to be up at 5 tomorrow.
Thanks, dude.
Go to sleep, dog.
And good luck.
Good night.
Yep, I can't wait to work from 5 to 8 tomorrow. It's
Wait,
gonna
5
be a
a.m. to
fun
8
time.
p.m.?
Probably.
Oh,
Maybe
God,
later.
I'm sorry.
We'll see. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later,
Good night,
Shane.
dog.
Thank you.
Farewell. Thank you
Farewell.
everybody who watched the stream. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna do this quick. I got a box. It said it was from someone named Peter de Grab and failed. I did that wrong. It is a Graffen Reed. Oh my god, I got that wrong. Peter de Graffen Reed. It's Alaskan Pete of Alaskan Pete Tattoos. He made me something pretty freaking amazing and sent it through, and it arrived this week. So here it freaking is. I do not have camera set up ideally for this, but oh my god, it's huge. Holy crap, it's way bigger than I thought it was. Good golly. Oh, whoa, there's like, oh, there's extra bits in here? Whoa, Peter. Oh my god. Talking about second edition gargoyle wings. We got some second edition gargoyle wings here. That's impressive.
Oh, look at that tail.
It is a beast. Oh wow, we're like missing, there's like third edition gargoyle wings just like kicking around down in this box. There's like a random, I think, tyrant guard leg from ancient history. Okay, I think that's most of it. Oh man, the tail.
Yeah, that tail
So,
is
here we've got,
distracting.
oh my god, oh my, this thing is huge. Oh my god, it's so big. Oh man, sorry Kajan, I'm gonna kill your video for a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so photos did not do this justice. This is a very big boy. This is an exocrine that Peter made, commissioned for me. I greatly appreciated it even more now that oh my god, it's so big. And everything is like, wait, where are the legs? Oh, they're over here. Nope. What?
That kind of looks like the kind of thing that you need to like register the caliber.
I need to register this firearm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it is of a size.
That is literally a pistol size.
Yes. Sorry, my camera and my light are not playing nicely with the other children. Yeah, this feels like it's pistol sized. Do I have? Oh, I do. Hold on. Moments. So here's aforementioned Exocrine Part 1 that was like partially like, I thought it was modeled on a disc, but I think I sent Marco a disc and then he used a different thing for it. So this is Exocrine Part 1. This is Exocrine Part 2. Like, it is night and day.
That is an order of magnitude larger, huh?
Yes, this thing is a Biotitan. Like, I think you're right that it needs to be registered. Holy toot, Peter. I love his tail. Look at how sexy this tail is.
By the pictures, I thought it was more like the first one you just showed, but yeah, that's a big boy.
What's that, Kajan?
By the pictures, I thought it was the size more like the first one you just showed.
Me too. The photos do not do it justice by any means. Here's its big, massive head with 2 tongues, which is super sick. I didn't realize he was sending it in components. That's pretty cool. Oh my god. Look at that huge ass thick neck.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm actually particularly impressed at the building it and being able to transport it in like different parts because at this point pretty much everything I make is like glued into place
Yeah.
as soon as it's like
Yeah.
kind of close to being done. So like kudos to you, dude, for Pete for like but again, this shows the importance of pinning everybody.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. God.
Cycling it back around as if we had like a common thread that we're really
God, this thing is freaking massive. Oh my God.
Oh, I didn't realize those arms were flipping everyone the bird though.
They are. They're like, come at me, Space Marines. I'm ready for you. Flipping you the bird. Wow. Oh man, this is so sick. This is even sicker than I expected. Holy cow.
That whole like being able to paint in like, parts and components.
Being able to what?
Mm,
Sorry?
Yeah, but painting this would be a crime.
Like
I
painting
don't.
it in like components.
Painting this is going to be a disaster. Like, it's going to be like the end of me.
No, painting this is going to be a crime because this is impressive, truly impressive because you see all the work he did.
Yes, you can definitely identify it where it's all pure Pete. Sexy sculpting. Like, look at this tail. Look at the carapace plates on this tail. Good Lord. And then also, fun additional bit. He sent me some of, because like Pete used to run Epoch Studios, and he sculpted his own stuff. So he sent me some of his own sculpt. Oh my God, I think is this an original? Or is this a cast? Oh, I think this is a cast. This is like when he did like alien xenomorph heads for like Carnifexes and stuff like that. Look at this. Look at this sexy sculpting. Damn.
Nice.
And then I asked him for some of his guns because he had really cool guns. Like this is like some Alaskan Pete originals from Epoch Studios, big ass bio cannons. Super sick. Beautiful. Thanks, Pete. And then he did a entire guard body. I didn't know that. That's cool. Nice. Okay. We made it.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, Brother Pink. Those are the massive chunks of resin in the bag. There you go. Some Alaskan Pete old school creations, or Epoch Studios old school creations. Okay, I think I definitely wanted to get to that. I wanted to share that. Pete, thank you so much. Pete is already working on another hideous monstrosity for me. So you should definitely make sure you're following Alaskan Pete Studios over on Instagram, because you don't want to miss that stuff. I am overwhelmed. Oh my God. This neck is so thick. Oh my God. Cool. Oh, and on the last stream, I think Hydra was talking about how, like, what's better than one tongue is two tongues. This is really cool. All right, with that, I think it's time to call the stream. That was the final pièce de résistance. So I hope that you found our random collection of tips, free hobby gifts that we can give you on the internet. Hope you found that interesting and useful. And hopefully it helps you with your own hobby stuff. We'll do it again sometime. We'll pick other people's brains for more tips. Okay. And now I'm gonna say it, Craig. Don't worry. Good night, Kajan. Thank you for joining the stream.
Good night.
And good night, Will. Thank you for joining the stream.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night to everyone out there in Chatland. Thank you for joining the stream. Diana. Whoa, Redia. Redria 7. I feel like I should know who Redria 7 is. Pete, good to see you here. Brother Pink, good to see you. Radon was here earlier. Diana, thank you. Tom. Dan Kaplinger was here. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining. And now I will close by telling you, oh wait, I think that's a friend of mine who's Redria. I will tell everyone to go with God hands. God hands. Go with God hands. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Bye.